Hello and welcome into Pat's latest. The NFL trade deadline has come and gone, and the New England Patriots decided to make exactly zero deals. We get into why that decision was made and is it actually the right decision by the Pats Brain Trust. An AFC rival decides to hit essentially the reset button. The Pats actually pick up one big addition that could prove pivotal down the stretch for them, and a full deadline recap for all NFL trades for you. Before we get into everything on Pat's latest, again, thank you to our subscribers. Consider going down and hitting that subscribe button if you haven't yet, as we continue to push this channel out to the masses, getting it out as far as we can, bringing you the latest NFL and Patriots info that you need on a daily basis. Also, make sure you give us that like and get in the comments and let us know what you think about the NFL trade deadline. Is there a deal the Patriots should have been on? Did they not actually give up more than other teams should have? And what do you see kind of falling out for the next few weeks here as well? Won't make it wait any longer. We get into the trade decisions, and there was exactly zero by the Patriots. And whether Elliott Wolf, Stretch, Mike Vrabel, the Brain Trust decides that there was no deal on the table that was right for the Patriots. And let's be honest, no one thought the Pats will be in this position right now, top of the AFC East, tied for the AFC lead overall. So, to mortgage your future right now, to go out and add someone like a Trey Hendrickson, a Max Crosby, or if you're even going in for someone like Jalen Phillips that the Miami Dolphins decided to deal, you know, yes, he was dealt for a third round pick, but if you're doing it that in the AFC East and trying to make an division deal, that's probably going to cost you a second rounder, and that's for a player that is not under contract for next year. Suddenly you start to understand why it doesn't make a ton of sense to make deals like this. And yes, you want to see them go full in. You can circle where the holes are on this roster, the depth at the edge position, the depth at cornerback, the experience at wide receiver, especially now with the injury to Kayshon Boutte. Not addressing these things, even running back, if Ramondre Stevenson's injury with that toe proves to be longer, if it is turf toe, these can be serious things that start to pile up. And again, I said it on a previous episode, injuries do start to mount. That's the nature of the NFL, where your depth is absolutely tested. So, again, the Patriots not making a move does count against them in the calculus that goes into playoff seeding and how far you actually can make it, especially when the Indianapolis Colts, and a team that no one else expected to be in this point, tied for the AFC lead, 7-2 overall, and decided to go all in with a deal of their own, getting Sauce Gardner from the New York Jets for 2 future first round picks. An absolute shocker of a deal. The Jets were expected to move players like Brees Hall, like Jermaine Johnson, actually kept both of those players. They opted to take their most high profile players. Sauce Gardner going to the Colts, first rounders in 26 and 27. Also, Quinnen Williams, the stud defensive tackle, actually going to the Dallas Cowboys for a future first round pick. The Jets are actually set up to have 3 first rounders now in 2027. What this means for the Patriots is that 2 matchups this year against the Jets coming, especially their first one, where they will wear their rivalry jerseys for the first time ever on that primetime game on Thursday Night Football, sets up to be a bit of an easier one. So now, again, you can not bank, but hope that you're going to add 2 wins to your season total because the Jets have dealt. Because they are setting up for a longer rebuild. What this does is allow Aaron Glenn to have the opportunity to do this. They're going to bounce back and forth between Justin Fields and Tyrod Taylor based upon how they do behind center. And they are just looking to build up talent over the next few years. Great news for the Patriots that are ascending in a division that is fairly up for grabs, especially entering the year behind the Buffalo Bills. Now, the Patriots absolutely are that number 2, 1A, 1B, whatever you want to put it as. And with the Miami Dolphins, it's struggling as well. It sets up for good future for the Patriots. And again, the Jets, there was some consideration should the Patriots say, yes, let's give you that third rounder for Brees Hall that you're looking for. Let's give that second rounder for Jermaine Johnson. I still don't think that's the right move at this juncture because you want to establish a culture. You're in this for the long haul. Yes, you want to try and go all in and win Super Bowls, but what cost? Does that actually end up working? The Los Angeles Rams are probably the best example of that. Trading away Jared Goff, going to get Matthew Stafford, and seeing a long term investment start to pay off where still they are in contention, but that is more as a quarterback centric example. And it is tougher to make those cases around other players outside of that position, which again is why your New England Patriots decided not to make a move at the trade deadline. That's not to say that they did not make a move on their roster, nor their 53-man roster, but that they did add a Hall of Famer's son and a very, very familiar last name in NFL circles as Brendan Rice. Yes, the son of Hall of Famer Jerry Rice added to the fold. A seventh rounder, played for the Chargers for 3 games at 6'10", 210 pounds, an imposing figure added to that practice squad. Actually racked up 12 touchdowns at the University of Southern California, the USC standout, getting a chance now to learn the system. Don't expect immediate dividends, but the pedigree and the talent level is there if he can find a way to fit in. And I think the best thing possible for him is starting to learn from someone like Mac Hollins and figure out the rest, letting that come to fruition and learning the ins and out of the NFL. Again, not a trade deadline acquisition, but one that could potentially be beneficial for the Pats down the road. Well, the Pats didn't make a move, but there were several others. Not a record for the NFL, but 7 deals towards the top 5 of the past 20 years here. Sauce Gardner, we mentioned. Quinnen Williams. A. Mitchell was actually involved, going from the Colts back to the Jets in that Sauce Gardner deal. Mozzie Smith, the former defensive tackle for the Cowboys, actually was in that Quinnen Williams deal, so he comes over. You'll see him twice a year now. For the Jets, Rashid Shaheed, a target for the Patriots potentially at the wide receiver position, dealt from the New Orleans Saints over to the Seattle Seahawks, who got a chance to play with Sam Darnold. Chris Olave stays put. Jacoby Myers, a trade target and big familiarity with the Patriots, dealt for 4th and 5th rounders. A good get for the Las Vegas Raiders, goes over to the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are looking to compete in that AFC South. We talked about Jalen Phillips already going to the Philadelphia Eagles. Joe Tyron, Shianka going to the Chicago Bears. That was one of the few that the Patriots could have been in on, again, to shore up that pass rush, but never looked to make any real substantive trade talks or progression through that. Draymond Jones, another one linked from Tennessee coming over, was Baltimore just a day or so ago. Logan Wilson gets the move out of Cincinnati, also goes to Dallas. And Jair Alexander, another one that the Patriots potentially could have been linked to as looking to shore up that cornerback position, ends up going to Philadelphia from Baltimore Ravens, as they took a chance on a move like that, as the fit has been tough since leaving Green Bay. Again, a lot coming at you, but we'll continue to have all of the ins and outs of what the trade deadline means for your New England Patriots heading into a massive matchup down in Tampa Bay against Baker Mayfield and the Bucks. Please go down, subscribe for the channel, get in the comments, let us know what you think about all of this. If you've got questions, we'll answer them right here on the channel. Give us that like and make sure you go back and check out all of our old episodes so you know exactly what's going on with your New England Patriots. Fight on, Foxborough.